Hello grade 3, welcome again in our online sessions. With you Mrs. Minna of your science teacher. I really missed you all my lovely students and I hope you are all fine and everything is okay with you. Today we will start our new quarter with Unit 7, Water and Weather. And our first lesson is entitled, What is Water Cycle? Okay, let's start our lesson together. First, I want to ask you something. Do you know why Earth is sometimes called water planet? Yeah, that's right. Earth is called water planet because water covers 70% of the Earth's surface. So, the Earth called water planet or blue planet because the water covers 70% of the Earth's surface. Okay, now can you tell me where we can find water? Yeah, we can find water in oceans, rivers and lakes. So we can find water in oceans, rivers and lakes. Almost water on Earth in oceans. Ocean water is salt water that contains salt, and many life form lives in salt water. Part of Earth's water is fresh water, and fresh water that it means has very little salt in it. We can find the fresh water in rivers and lakes. But most of Earth's fresh water is frozen. We need fresh water to drink, and the plants and the animals need fresh water too. So all the living organisms on Earth need fresh water. Now we will know together the three forms of water. First, do you remember the three states of matter? Yeah, can you list me the three states of matter now? Yes, that's right. Solid, liquid and gas. So our three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. Okay, water is a kind of matter. It can exist as a solid or liquid or gas. So, what are the three forms of water? The first form of water is ice, and ice is a solid water. For example, the icebergs. The icebergs is a small chunks of ice in ocean. What mean of chunks? Chunks mean pieces or parts. So the icebergs is a small parts of iron in ocean. And the glaciers. And you remember the glacier is a huge block of ice. The second form of water is the liquid water, and we can find liquid water in oceans, rivers, streams, ponds, and ever underground. Our third form of water is called water vapor, and water vapor is water exists as a gas. This is the water vapor is the gaseous state of water. It is the air we breathe, so we can find water vapor in the air that we breathe. Okay, this is the three forms of water: ice, liquid water and water vapor. So you remember the changing in states that we took in the last quarter? Yeah. So water also can change state when it's heated or cooled. So the water it changes state when it's heated or cooled. So by heating or by cooling. So from changing from ice to liquid water, this process is called, yeah, I hear you, it's called melting. And from liquid water to ice, this process is called, that's right, freezing. So you remember the changing in the states, that when the state change from solid state to liquid state, and here the water change from ice to liquid water, this process is called melting. And from liquid water to ice, this is called freezing. And remember that the reverse of melting is freezing. So the melting is the opposite of the freezing process. And also when water gains enough heat, it evaporates and become water vapor. This process is called evaporation. So the evaporation is a change of a state from a liquid to a gaseous state. Again, evaporation is a change of state from liquid to a gas. And when water vapor lost enough heat, it changes back to liquid water. This is called condensation. That's right, this is called again condensation. So here evaporation by heating, that liquid water gain heat and evaporate and become water vapor, but here the water vapor cooled and lose heat and change to liquid water. This is called condensation, and condensation is a change of a state from a gas to a liquid. So condensation, a change of a state from a gas to a liquid. Remember that water vapor to condense needs something to condense on. Like what? Like surface to condense on, to form water droplets on it. And remember also that the condensation and evaporation are opposite process. So today we talk about the type of water, that we have two types of water, salt and fresh water, and where we can find salt water and fresh water. And then we talk about the forms of water, that we have three forms of water, and after that we're talking about the changing of the states of water, that we have the water change from solid to liquid by melting process, and from liquid to water vapor by evaporation process, and from liquid to ice by freezing process, and from water vapor to liquid again by condensation process. Okay, we finished now our first part from this lesson. Let's continue in the next session, inshallah. See you. Bye bye.